Hello and welcome to Hexed Encountered. My name's Joe. In this video, we'll be taking a look at the new DLC for the game Second Front from MicroProse. This is the one that adds British forces. It is Bully Beef and Biscuits, and it is, as I said, adding British Commonwealth forces to the game. So now you have Germans, Russians, Americans, and British Commonwealth forces. So this is going to add 45 British tanks, 4 British assault guns, 6 half-track, 18 British armored cars, 8 British trucks, 9 British guns, 16 new scenarios, and a new campaign. All right, so let's take a look here. So if we go to play, now you can see I have the Commonwealth tab here, and you have a couple of unlocked scenarios. Now you can just click this button right here and unlock everything if you want to, as you can see. Right, and then if we go to campaign, we have our campaigns here, and you can see there's one here, the way to Kasserine, which I think is our new campaign, because Kasserine obviously is in the desert of North Africa and was part of the follow-up from Operation Torch, which was the Allied invasion of North Africa. And the Battle of Kasserine Pass was really the first big engagement for American forces in the Second World War in Europe, or the ETO, I guess. Technically North Africa, so not really Europe, but you get the gist. So if we go back to our Commonwealth here, and we look at our first scenario here, Gazala Skirmish, 1-star difficulty, meaning it's fairly easy. We can look at the forces that are involved here. As you can see, we've got British here. You've got a couple of Crusader 3 tanks, a Valentine 5, a Morris CS9, a Bishop, and then we've got a couple leaders here, 2 light machine guns, 2 mortars, and 6 regular squads. And then on the German side, you've got a 37mm PaK 35, 36, a PSW 222L, Corporal Schmidt, a couple light machine guns, 2 regulars, and a veteran. So I would say balance of forces probably favors the British in this one. So what we'll do is we're going to play this guy here because it is basically the introductory scenario. So we'll see some British forces in action. The description for the DLC does indicate that the British forces are different in that they won't cower in the face of the enemy, and they will be a tough opponent. The infantry forces also have an advantage when aiming. When engaging against German forces, you'll need to keep in mind the advantages that they have in the field. They have assault engineers in some scenarios, which can be the strongest infantry opponent in the game. In the later years of the war, they also have an advantage when it comes to their 88 and 75mm guns. That's not really going to be involved in this particular scenario, as we are in the earlier stages. This is June of 42. Gazala Skirmish in June 1942, the Panzer Armee Africa, led by Rommel, were continuing their advance eastwards. Operation Venice was an attack on the Allied positions near Tobruk in the Gazala area. After many battles, the attack stalled. Here we show a small counterattack by the British 4th Armored Brigade trying to recapture a small village. One thing worth noting here is that this was originally going to be a paid DLC, but now, thanks to the, generosity of MicroProse and the developer, it is a free LC. So that's, pretty nice. If you have the game, you get this update for free. All right, so here we see our objective right here, worth 80. And you can see the question mark symbols here, which are, of course, German units. We know we have 2 guns. There's one here, apparently, and one here. There's their armored car, and we have our other infantry units spread out in these buildings, apparently. Well, maybe one is in here, of course. All right, and then over here at the top, and we can spin. As you can see, we can rotate our map. But if we zoom in here, you can see we've got our British forces. Here we have our Crusader 3, 1 and 2. We have a mortar unit, or a mortar-equipped regular. The question mark here on the symbol indicates they are concealed, meaning that the enemy cannot see them, of course. Here we have Lieutenant Walton, First Lieutenant Walton, and another infantry squad there. And then if we head south, Here we have our own Morris CS9 armored car. We have infantry unit here, also equipped with a mortar. We have Captain Wright Lee here with a squad equipped with a machine gun. Here we have another regular squad, and then we have a Valentine 5 tank and a Bishop. All right, so let's get this underway. So we go first, obviously. I won't go through a lot of the mechanics and so forth because we have I have several other videos on this game, and if you're interested in seeing how the game plays and so on, I would suggest watching some of those. Also, there are tons of other content creators who've created a lot of useful videos on how to play this game, so I would, recommend checking some of that stuff out. That's not that easy. That's not that difficult, rather, to find. I'm going to click this so that we can see what line of sight these German units have, because I don't want to get caught flat-footed here. So let's see who can see. It seems like, in general, if we approach, that guy's got a pretty good, okay, so this gun can see this ridge here, but it seems like if we approach through this gap, we're fairly safe. This area here is going to be difficult, and then of course our northern units, we may want to push this way and come in and try and come around from the side, perhaps, because we have this line of ridges here to protect us. We would only have to cross this open ground here, it looks like. So as you can see, we've got some new terrain in this DLC as well. Obviously, we are in Libya here. So let's take our tank, and we're going to send him down here through this gap. And in general, go maybe, let's see, he can reach. It's a little tricky sometimes to get the mouse to do what you want it to do. Let's send him here. Whoops, I clicked the wrong mouse button. And we'll do move and keep our engines rolling here. And he gets there without drawing fire. Okay, he's still concealed, as you can see. So that's good. We'll take this guy and do the same thing and bring him in. Maybe we'll go here. And I clicked the wrong button. That will stop him, which is not necessarily what I wanted. But he also remains concealed. Now we've got our infantry. So we want to avoid going across the ridge, because as soon as we go up on the ridge, we're visible to this gun, which is all the way over here. Probably has the range to shoot at us if they wish. Now the other thing you kind of have to take into account, and again, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds here, and you are going to have to obviously expose your men to fire. But if you walk, which is the white icon here, so let's say we wanted to move there, you see it only went to the red one. That means they're going to run, which tires them out, as you might expect. But if we go here and say walk, then they get there and they're not going to be as tired out as if you had them run. We'll do the same with these guys. Do the same with these guys. Now the armored car. Let's see here. Let's check our line of sight again. All right, it looks like as long as he stays inside this ridge, he'll be okay. And you can see if you look up here, as I hover, you see cactus, terrain type, clear, and it's a hill, level 1. Here we have some scrub. we have rocks, etc. So let's take this guy and have him kind of skirt that ridge and head in this direction. Okay, now we'll head up here and move these guys as well. Now this is where it's going to get a little interesting, because we do know that this guy's line of sight actually, yeah, maybe. What is this terrain here? Sand. Okay, so let's try and avoid. Can they go through the sand? I guess they can. Okay. Apparently not hidden. Okay. Whoops. All right, let's take this guy and have him move. Oh, look at the sand they kicked up. I forgot about that aspect as well. Dust. We do not want to cross the hill, because that would definitely put us in their sights. All right, I think that's it. We're going to move on, and they'll fire at us. All right, so they did not they did not fire because they couldn't see anybody. So now we'll move everybody up one. Whoops. Move our infantry up one. Okay, recovery phase. Now the Germans are moving. There goes their armored car. Okay. Fire phase. Somebody has a shot, apparently. Well, it's not really going to do us much good. Yeah, not a surprise. All right. Advance phase. Okay. Let's see what this gun can see. Actually. can't go into there, I guess. Okay. Let's fire at this guy. Probably not going to do anything. It's a long shot, but let them know we're there at least, right? We'll send this guy. So he can't go here. I wonder why. Alright. Let's see here. That would expose them. Okay. Did I screw this up? I don't think so. No. All right, I think we're okay here. Yes. All right, moving on. They're firing, and it was not hidden, so I got destroyed. And okay, advance phase. Move them up there. Not surprised there. Okay, took care of that. Alright, so now we can put them under fire as well, and I believe that I am hidden from this gun now. Yes. So now we can try and approach the gun. Let's see. They can't see it. That would open them up to fire. Let me think about that one. Crap. I was hoping that would not happen, that they would miss. He's shocked, which is basically the vehicle equivalent of routed, so he's going to have to recover, and he could end up being a dead crew. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Can these guys fire at anybody? I guess not. Not in range, probably. Okay. They are facing this way. So these are both Crusaders. Didn't fire. Interesting. I know he can see me. Now he fired. Did not work out like I hoped it would. Great. The reloads are killing me, man. And a gun malfunction. Great. Great. Gun destroyed. So this is now useless, basically. Alright. I guess we'll use it for machine gun support. What's the deal here? Can only fire its machine gun. Why? That I do not understand. Yeah, whatever. We got no chance at winning this now. Shocking. Still don't understand what happened to the turret gone on there. Unless I missed something, which is entirely possible. Yeah, not a whole hell of a lot going on here, man. Lost all our tanks. I mean, their gun finally jammed, but too late. This gun was destroyed. So they still have their crew, but that's it. You know what? I think I'm going to resign this because I just did really badly. Like, really badly. So, yes, we will resign and take the L. All right, forced a retreat of the British. All right, so there you go. Really badly done. But that is a look at this game. I'll probably try the campaign as well, but not in this video, of course. So look for that sometime. I can unlock it sometime in the not too distant future here, which would be American forces, which is why I didn't do it at first. You know, I wanted to show the British forces. So we will pick this up at a later time. But for now, thank you for watching. As always, I do appreciate it. Please consider liking, sharing, and or subscribing. But for now, that will wrap it. My name's Joe. This has been Hexed Encountered. And until next time, as always, happy gaming.